Hello, everyone. My name is Lori Torrini, and I'm an animal behaviorist and trainer who specializes in cooperative care training and positive reinforcement across various species. I work for behavior education at Spirit Keeper Animal Sanctuary, and I'm a master's student of animal science and behavior at Unity Environmental University. Today, I want to talk to you about my profession and how it relates to international environmental issues and general ethical principles, including ethical concerns related to climate change. My work in animal training, behavior, and welfare science intersects with aspects of international environmental issues and should be guided by ethical principles. Of immediate concern is the impact climate change has on wild and captive animals, species conservation, on habitat destruction, pollution, and on biodiversity loss. These issues influence how we approach animal care and training, most significantly of wild animals under captive management. So let's take a look at how these things intersect. Now let's take a look at my Venn diagram that shows where these three fields overlap. At the center of the diagram, the words are very small, so I've blown them up off to the side, and that is where it is marked with a star. This center shows the intersection of animal behavior, environmental issues, and ethical principles, where there lies an opportunity to make significant impact. For example, by integrating ethical theories into our training and welfare practices, we can advocate for policies and actions that address animal well-being. And by including environmental concerns, we can address things like species conservation, climate change, promote biodiversity, and ensure that the ethical treatment of animals and ecosystems is occurring. Now let's look at a specific example of how these three fields might intersect. Let's take a look at this specific example of where these three fields may overlap. And let's use the endangered savu python, Laesis savuensis, to illustrate this intersection. Let's consider that the savu python only occurs on one tiny island in the Lesser Sundas called Savu. And this is not hypothetical, this is a fact. Cooperative care training and providing care based on natural behaviors are going to be essential for the well-being of these snakes under captive management for the purposes of conservation breeding programs and for the purposes of any training that's going to be done if reintroduction is a possibility for this species. Protecting their natural habitat is going to be crucial for the health of the ecosystem they belong to and that they may be returning to, as well as to prevent their extinction from this sole place on Earth where they are found, the small island of Savu. Ethical principles such as ecological justice, animal rights, and intergenerational justice should guide us to preserve and protect their habitat and the well-being of both the animals and the ecosystem, not only for the present, but for future generations of people and animals as well. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope that you can see the nexus of animal behavior, international environmental issues, and ethical considerations is a must for creating a sustainable and ethical future for both animals and people. As professionals in all of these fields, I feel we have the responsibility and the opportunity to drive positive change through our practices, research, and advocacy. So thank you for learning with me today, and please remember to always be kind and love your animals.